Yo, welcome to Line Podcast. Like it or not, the livest show in the O. We're ready to go. Let's do this like Ruth Chris. To my right, it's OGB.
Suck wind, everybody.
Straight ahead, it's Litty Clemmy.
I'm a Loch Ness monster.
To my left, you know the little O.
Yeah.
And I'm the host, Mr. Tokes. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to the show, everybody. What is the mood? I'm feeling great in this bitch.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, everybody doing good?
Hell yeah, that pool's looking good though.
The pool's looking good?
La Plaisine.
I was staring out the window like I did before I got sent to the storage closet.
Oh.
No. I had to check my mood the other day. I was an asshole at Starbucks.
Oh.
I got a confession to make, actually. I was, man.
They didn't put enough shots.
No.
He realized McDonald's coffee's better.
No, I was an asshole the other day, but it was so fucking fun, and it was necessary. I wouldn't get in line, and this happened to me the other day, but I didn't mention it because it wasn't a big deal. Somebody cut me off because the line comes to a T at the end, so there's people coming in at each direction, and you're supposed to just notice, oh, I got 4 or 5 people sitting there. Right. I should go around and get in line. I shouldn't just sneak in there and act oblivious to everything. So I came in there the other day and somebody cut me off and I was like, and they kind of was like, oh, my bad. You know, and I was like, who cares? And then they bought my shit for me. So I didn't even bring it up the other day. This time I was late. I had shit to do. And this motherfucker, it was a fucking girl, dude, and she knew exactly what she was doing. She creeps in and she comes. I had 4 people behind me, dude, and it was already a line of about 5 people in front of me, and it's a slow fucking line.
Yeah,
this motherfucker cuts in. And I'm like, I honk at this bitch because I'm looking at my text messages and shit. And then she just slides out. I'm like, nah, bitch. Nah. Hey, don't fuck her. Don't do that. And she looks at me. She's like, and just go and
she blows you off.
Now I'm like, this bitch. And I got no control because I'm not in front of her. So I'm like, shit. I don't have no control. So now, dude, I even thought about it. This is how evil I am. I thought about doing this on the last chick that pulled me on, but she was like, I'm sorry. She felt bad. She felt really terrible about it, which is cool. So this one, I'm like, this chick had no fucking fucks given. She didn't give a shit that there was 5 people behind me or 4 people behind me plus me. So she pulls in. And I got about 4 cars until she goes to figure out what the fuck I'm going to do. And I already thought about it before, but now I got to figure out if I'm going to pull the trigger on this because it's a ballsy fucking deal, and I'm in a work truck. So
Off the top of my head, I just got my horn.
Right, exactly. So as soon as you get to the fucking window, what am I going to do? Every time you talk, I'm going to... And that's what I did. So she rolls down the window and she goes to talk, and I went, nah. And then she's like, oh, hell no. Yes. She looks back. And now I'm in full control again. I'm like, and I'm just smiling, dude. I gotta smile. I'm not even gonna lie, dude. This released some sort of dopamine. Dude, it made me feel all sorts of fucking good. And so I did it again. I did it like 3 or 4 times, dude. I didn't let this bitch talk.
He's like, I have the power.
Yeah.
Yes,
you will not talk unless I let you.
I reclaimed my power, and I did. It was about 3 or 4 times. I was like, nah. And the last one, she was like, oh, I'm gonna be slick and act like I'm saying something. I was like, nope, nah, I got you. Still got you.
Got you, bitch.
So now she's pissed. She's just like, oh, okay, we just gonna do this? And I'm like, nah, you go now. And then I think that was the 3rd one where I gave her one last, nah. So then I get to the window and I gave her an extra tip because I said, look, lady, I'm sorry I had to do that because I had to apologize to the girl at the window that was doing that shit.
She's hearing it too.
Right. She's got it. And I said, look, lady, I'm so sorry I had to do that. That was the 2nd time I got cut off in the same week. First lady was cool about it. This one wasn't. Right. So I had to do something. I was like, here, I gave her a nice tip and I just left. But she was totally understanding. She was just like that. No, I totally understand. That's messed up. And a lot of people complain about people doing that.
Well, you gave her a chance to clear out the line though in front of that bitch.
Yeah, that's true.
Get them orders out.
That's true. That's very true. I got a PSA. I always say this. Times are stressful right now. I always say women have superpowers. And it's true. It's true.
It's called a vagina.
Yeah. Well,
It's very super.
this is for real, folks. This is a quick stress relief. It'll take 70% off your stress off your plate.
Exactly.
All you gotta do is touch some titties.
Whoa.
That's all you gotta do.
For real?
It's a proven fact, dude. You gotta find a willing participant and just touch some titties, man.
And
That's it.
70%.
70% stress reduction comes right off, dude. Now, I don't know if it works for us.
But I mean,
Like if we touch our own titties, I don't feel like stress is coming off.
Hell no.
But I know that
I
there's.
believe him, yo. I don't know why, but I do.
But I know when I do touch some titties, there's a magical feeling that happens,
You got
and
Nessa.
it's not just in my pants. It's like there's just some sort of
It make you
magical.
feel good.
It does. There's a magical feeling. It's a lot of stress that comes off right away.
right,
It just feels good. You know what I mean? So I just had to say that.
So
So
do you think it'd be offensive if I laid down the logic and the science and then, and then moved
On
in
the titty?
On the titty, be like, I need this because 7% of people.
I think you get away with it at a strip
this
club.
Is the stress,
This
baby.
is stress.
Yeah, you might be able to get away with it at a strip club and be like, hey, let me touch it.
I got hypertension.
No, but that's a real stat. The stat. Touch some stitties and
Titties.
and happy's healthy and stress kills. Inspired or not, titties inspire me. You can either experience the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. The choice is yours. I like that right there.
I'll take discipline all day, son.
That's deep. That's true though.
Yeah, that is, man. I mean, you gotta, it's your choice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You could discipline yourself and that's pain in the ass to do that. Or you could learn from not doing that, and that's gonna be even worse, and you're gonna regret not doing it all along. So the choice is yours. I watched this shit on Netflix over the weekend, and I knew right away when I turned it on what it was going to be about. I've been saying this for years now, and we even did a segment, Mike, a long time ago on one of our first shows. I believe it was with Brad on technology and how addictive it was, and how it was inevitably going to change lives, whether it was good, bad, or whatever. Now, I've always believed this based on phones and how they've become a primary necessity for most everybody, including myself. And I'll have you know, you're talking to a dude right now that got rid of all his video games at one point in my life. I did a long-ass time ago, and I noticed how addictive they were getting to me. So I have a track record for paying attention to shit like this. So I saw this movie called Social Dilemma on Netflix. Long story short, it was a demonstrating how we are, in fact, being brainwashed. They're using software to do it, obviously, to accomplish this. And basically, they describe it like we're all lab rats in a vast new age of technology.
Skynet meets the Matrix.
Yeah.
Right. Basically, they've been watching all of us that are connected. Every single thing we do, whatever outlet, Twitter, Facebook, the gram, they watch everything, all the way to how long you look at an ex's picture for, or any picture for that matter, the duration. They monitor everything. They can tell what kind of person you are, what your interests are, whether you're an introvert, extrovert, whether you're depressed, anxious, based on all this data. So they gather this data on you, and they create an intelligence system to shape our minds and control us, basically, without us being aware it's even happening. So what do they want with this data is basically what it's about. And they build models that predict our actions, and whoever has the best model wins. It's fucking crazy, dude. And it all started basically with some engineer that started noticing how addictive it was for him and his family. And he wanted to find ways to make it less addictive. And he was wondering why nobody else was picking up on the same shit he was. One guy in particular did a presentation, and he said, never before in history have 50 designers, 20 to 35-year-old white guys in California made decisions that would have an impact on 2 billion people. 2 billion people who have thoughts that they didn't intend to have because a designer at Google said, this is how notifications work on a screen when you wake up in the morning, and we have a moral responsibility as Google for solving this problem. So it was very well received by other colleagues, and nothing came of it. Nothing ever happened. So it goes on basically to show you how all these different ways they manipulate you through these systems, whatever it is. It's truly fascinating. They mentioned the fake news travels 6 times faster than true news does.
Fuck.
They had this Google deal where you go to a Google search, right? And you type in climate change. Let's say all 4 of us right here, we type in climate change is.
Right.
And based on our views, what they've searched on us and everything we research, those will all receive different things.
Wow.
When we look it up.
That's
So
crazy.
basically, you're going to see different results depending on where you live and your particular things that Google knows about your interests.
Right.
So they say that's not by accident. It's a design technique. This is why people stare at each other all fucking dumb when they discuss shit.
Yeah.
And they're just receiving very different information related to each subject.
Right.
And people are getting radicalized by this shit, dude.
Yeah.
And it's exactly what we predicted, man. We've been talking about this shit. Like, why are we all getting different information and not being able to do anything
Because
about
our search, the algorithm that you run, that like runs your life is different from the algorithm that runs my life because I search and look at different stuff than you do.
it? Right.
So
right.
that's crazy though.
Right. So they're basically preying
So the
on,
disinformation is even worse than what we thought because
yeah.
now nobody can really say, if you say go, like used to be like, go check Google. And it's like, well, I did.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And we're all and be like, bitch, you check Google.
Yeah.
Bitch, I did.
I did.
Well, what the fuck are you reading there?
Right.
What the fuck are you reading? We're reading 2 different fucking things because they're playing us.
That's scary.
Dude, I
That's
mean,
funny shit.
it's crazy, but it's fucking it's funny, but it's crazy too.
Yeah, to think that you could go, and I was just hearing about it today that their daughter had homework and it was like telling them information. He's like, yeah, where'd you get it from? She's like, oh, I just got it from the internet. It's like, yeah, but did you fact check it? Like, what do you mean? And he's like, how he had to take a step back and explain to them that just because you Google it and you type something in, the first thing you read isn't true.
Right.
Like it has to be able to
Exactly.
be verified at least.
It's
Because
crazy.
the first
Man.
couple of them are ads. So you just,
Right.
Try to sell you shit.
And not only that, but man, I can't tell you how many things that I've researched on my own. Like I'll use an example when I did child pedophile things, and I was looking at how many kids go abducted a year. Dude, I've got so many different results on that, dude. I had to look up and write down. All right, they said this the most, so I'm going with this.
wow.
That type shit.
It's because it's so many different conflicting.
Right, dude. It's all over the fucking
So
place.
if all day you just looking up like,
I'm trying to find out simple answers.
Yeah.
Hey, how many fucking kids go missing a year? This should
child
be
predator,
easy.
child predator, then all of a sudden your algorithm, everything is gonna be like hate. Everything dealing with some hate or
Right,
some kind of predator.
They very much they dial my thing to whatever the fuck they want to put it at and whatever. So, listen to this. Facebook conducted what they call massive scale contagion experiments. One thing they concluded is that what we now know, we can affect real world behavior and emotions without ever triggering the user's awareness. They are completely clueless.
Wow.
Yeah, remember I was talking about it last week or the week before that regarding you got people having 2 different groups hate each other. It's like they don't even know it. Same difference.
Right,
You got
it
2
is.
people hating each other. It's like, yeah, we'll meet up on 5th Street. All right, we'll meet up on 6th Street. Oh, wait, there's the one group that we probably all together in theory don't like.
Right.
And then boom, they're getting set up.
Right.
Oh,
They don't even know it.
Right.
You was talking about that. I
Dude,
remember you saying
it's
that.
crazy, bro. Like when you see this, it's like, well, now you want to know what the fuck is money just the agenda? Because why would you?
I mean, it has to be.
I was going to say because getting them to bump heads, maybe bringing each their own type of revenue.
Right.
Like one group gets to bring up they get to big up their group, and you have another group bigging up their group. Like, yo, you
Yeah.
see them? They did this on purpose. They're by us.
Exactly, because all these designers, they were in it for a good reason at the beginning. They were all fucking happy. They're like, man, we found organ donors through this services. We found, people that have reconnected on all levels,
But,
and
yeah.
it was a very beautiful thing to start. And then they started noticing, holy shit, I'm addicted to my emails. Holy shit, I'm addicted to my
Well,
Facebook.
that's what I'm
Holy
saying.
shit, I'm
If they're
addicted
getting
to
fed, but they're getting fed it though.
right. And
Yeah.
then they see their families going kind of down the same thing, and they're like, all right, well, I make the shit, and they're aware of the addiction, and they're still addicted. They're like, holy shit, like we're even aware of how we design these programs,
to make you get addicted,
and we're
they
still
and they become
addicted.
themselves.
Correct.
Yeah. If you mix cocaine on long enough, you're going to start doing it.
Yeah.
If you're working in the lab, you're going to start doing it.
That is true. That you
That's a
keep
good point.
messing with it, you
Well,
gonna try.
My guns got numb out of nowhere.
Don't get high on your own supply.
To what Mike said, actually, there are only two industries that call their customers users: illegal drugs and software. That's interesting, right? I got some other notes. It goes on to show little girls taking pictures of themselves in all these different ways using filters and have self-worth problems because they start looking at themselves like how they should be looking in these filters, and then they start associating with that with how in their mind that they should be looking.
Right.
And it's just getting further and further and further detached away from reality. And it's really affecting these people on major scales. They did a chart on the USA rate, or on the U.S. suicide rates for young girls. There's been a gigantic increase in depression and anxiety for American teenagers, which began around 2010. And the number of girls that have hurt themselves and got admitted into a hospital, the number was stable, then it skyrocketed. It's up 62% for older teens. It's up 189% for preteen girls. Then the suicide rate is the same fucking thing. It's skyrocketed. The older teen girls are up 70% for suicide rate. The preteen girls, who had very low rates to begin with, are up 151%. So the pattern points directly to social media, because Gen Z kids, they were born after 1996 or so. So those kids are the first generation in history that got on social media in middle school.
Shit, they get the same social security number like an iPhone does. Them shits come out the same time.
Right.
A new iPhone pops up. There's a new kid. They both programmed together.
Yep.
Every new kid comes with an iPhone.
And they say it's making these kids more sheltered, more anxious, more fragile. They don't take risks. They're less romantic interactions. They're basically just shutting up. They're not
I
even.
just had this conversation today with my boss, because he was talking and he was listening somewhere else, and I was bringing up the fact of when I was little, sadly, I was by myself, and it teaches you your awareness growing up by yourself, and that like you kind of learn vibes and like trusting people and how to stay away and the sixth sense and all that. And
Totally.
some of the kids, they're sheltered so much they don't get that. Everything's
Right.
That's
made
true.
for them.
That's so true.
He brought up the fact that there are even play dates. Like kids don't even go make friends. Like they're forced into play dates.
I've noticed that with the
Yeah.
text messaging, with video games, with all these stuff, because I've known certain friends of mine that they didn't really, whether they were sheltered or not, they just didn't associate with many people because they were always on their video games, or they were always doing something on a computer of some sort or whatever. And you could see how they struggle socially. They're not the same, you know what I mean? They have hard times having conversations or articulating themselves in certain situations. So it is a real thing, and I noticed that a while ago. And when you don't have those relationships with people, when you're inside on a video game all the time instead of outside playing in the streets, getting in fights, making up, saying, man, he took my, whatever, I got to get it back.
Range of emotions without somebody controlling.
Yeah,
You
When
only
you're
know
gonna
how
go
virtual
through it.
society
Yeah.
works. You don't know how real society works.
right.
Because they could even controlling your state of mind, your emotion. So like, if they want you to be mad, they just flicker a bunch of stuff that make you angry.
Right. So this video goes on, man, and they basically project a worst case scenario at the end of it. And so they concluded with this ending in a civil war, because basically, whether intentionally or not, the social service is inciting violence and ultimately going to cause us to kill each other, basically. And they asked, do you really want our democracy to be up for sale to the highest bidder? And
they was it's funny you say that. Facebook is coming under fire for that.
Yep.
Right now, as we speak, they were saying that a lot of the different groups that far off groups that on both sides or wherever you think you are politically, they like have different groups where they kind of garner that stuff. So then like a lot of stuff that you see play out in
Like corn titties?
like quarantine. I guess quarantine.
Like groups like that?
Yeah, but stuff you see.
Or secret groups?
Yeah, a lot of stuff you see it play out in reality is really they could have stopped it if they would have said, "Hey, man, cut down the rhetoric." Because it's like a lot of it, if you think about it, it's just pure rhetoric. It don't have no like when you hear people talk, it's like they just be sitting there and they's like, like they'll make up a fact and just speak on it, and like that's your opinion, bro.
Yeah.
But then you got like if you got 10 people that go with your 10 opinion, you got 10 more people that grow with it. Now you got 1,000 people. With that fuck ass.
And with 330 million people, it's not hard to create culture wars.
I know
through that kind of logic.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's
dude.
easy. It's actually easy.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean,
it's dangerous stuff when you start thinking about it.
If you think about it, they want to censor like over here, but then they won't censor that.
Right.
So it's
Yeah,
like
because they're steering us.
Yeah. It's like they want to censor when the age to buy alcohol, but then they won't censor the age that people start putting hate in your heart, because that's really what that's. And if they know the end result, like Corey's saying, they already done the research, so they know what the end result is going to be. It's like, are they really steering us that way on purpose?
Right. And they basically concluded with, if we can't agree on what's true, then we can't navigate our way out of any of our problems. And that is kind of the cycle of bullshit that we're finding ourselves inundated with. So,
yeah. Your truth is your truth, and my truth is my truth.
Yeah, man.
True.
It's true. Exactly.
It's truly crazy. But we'll go to the cut and let you hear the man take it away himself.
We live in a world in which a tree is worth more financially dead than alive. In a world in which a whale is worth more dead than alive. For so long as our economy works in that way and corporations go unregulated, they're going to continue to destroy trees, to kill whales, to mine the earth, and to continue to pull oil out of the ground, even though we know it is destroying the planet, and we know that it's going to leave a worse world for future generations. This is short-term thinking based on this religion of profit at all costs, as if somehow magically each corporation acting in its selfish interest is going to produce the best result. This has been affecting the environment for a long time. What's frightening, and what hopefully is the last straw that will make us wake up as a civilization to how flawed this theory has been in the first place, is to see that now we're the tree, we're the whale, our attention can be mined. We are more profitable to a corporation if we're spending time staring at a screen, staring at an ad, than if we're spending that time living our life in a rich way. And so we're seeing the results of that. We're seeing corporations using powerful artificial intelligence to outsmart us and figure out how to pull our attention toward the things they want us to look at rather than things that are most consistent with our goals and our values and our lives.
So you think we'll figure it out, Mike?
Sadly, no, not enough people will. I don't think enough people will figure it out in time to stop the civil war there. I mean, eventually.
They keep speaking on it. You have a lot of different groups. Like if they're talking about make sure you got buy bullets. And there's a lot of people out there talking some crazy stuff.
Yeah,
like
they're being led to believe this shit.
Scary stuff. Like
the scary thing is that we're being led down this path, and these aren't even our own thoughts, man. Yeah. That's the scary thing about it.
Yeah, we just got to live in it.
Now it's survival of the fittest.
I'm gonna say you gotta adapt or like learn how to swim or drown.
To me, it's like an old 1950s horror movie, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. They turn it into pod people, man.
Yeah.
They're like they have this parasite that's infested their brain, and they're just too far gone, and they're never coming back. You know.
I had to catch myself driving once because I didn't have my phone going to the store, and I felt like I needed it, and I was like I had to tell myself like, no, you're good, and I was like, my instant reaction was to go grab that bitch, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
it's addiction.
Do the thing.
It's an addiction.
So I was like, nah, I'm good. And like that day, like that moment, I chilled and I was like, all right, I feel better. So like I have it with me, and like unless I'm playing music, I don't feel like it's am I missing something? It's like, Nah, I know it's there.
right?
Yep.
Well, my conspiracy on this whole thing is, do you think that this is how they get poor people to kill themselves and to put a dent in our population problem?
Bro.
Nah, how? Why?
No, but I could see where if they're saying you get a different information than I do, so if you're already showing signs of depression and they want you to kill yourself,
That's how you do
they
it.
feed you a certain amount of information.
That's right. I mean, come on. Why would that exist?
Do you think it's economically driven?
Absolutely.
Yeah, because it's it's like we're gonna keep they're gonna take your guns scare alive so we can because these gun manufacturers are paying us on the side.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's really what's going on, bro.
Absolutely.
It's chaos sale. It's the hysterica
Yeah.
of what if I don't. It's just like you were saying with your phone. Oh, what if I don't have it on me?
Right.
What
Yeah.
happens if I need it?
the entire West Coast needs air purifiers now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because their atmosphere is too
Bro,
contaminated.
I was hearing that smoke alarms are going off inside their house.
Yeah.
That's how bad it is.
Jesus Christ, man.
But it ain't.
But that's off
I
topic.
feel
But
so
still,
terrible for that.
it's crazy.
No, that is fuck that, man. I don't care if it's on topic or not, man. We all need to be thinking about those people over
Yeah.
there. Facts.
fucking-
Yeah, man.
Goddamn gender reveal
It's
party.
fucking, yeah. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back.
So first of all, let me assert my firm belief that the only thing we have to fear
Welcome back,
is fear itself.
Lion Podcast.
Unreasoning,
How's everybody feeling out there?
Yeah.
Clemmy, you missed your cue, man.
Please subscribe.
Where was you at, bro?
No, I was listening.
Clemmy, you look tired, man.
No, I was
Clemmy,
listening-
what's wrong
Did
with
you
you,
eat
man?
your breakfast this morning?
It's just
No,
life.
I was listening to that speech. That's one of my favorite speeches.
Are them white
ever.
people beating you down, dog?
No,
You
bro.
okay?
No.
Are you all right?
No.
What do you mean?
Clemmy never likes when we talk like
For
that
real,
because
when
he's a
he-
happy dude, man.
When he says we don't have anything to fear but in
Fear itself,
fear
right?
for itself,
Yeah.
it's like, bro, that's like a battle cry.
That
Like
was
real talk.
Bro. And that
That
was
changed-
what? 1940.
41.
So, nearly 6 months has passed since Breonna Taylor was killed following an explosive lawsuit filed by her boyfriend, Mr. Kenneth Walker. The city suddenly reaches an agreement with Breonna Taylor's family. The settlement includes a significant amount of money reaching into the millions of dollars, sources told Wave 3 News. It is expected to be one of the largest settlements following an officer's involved shooting in Louisville police history. Now, I think this is so convenient, seeing as Walker was suing the city of Louisville and the Louisville Police Department, seeking $10.5 million in damages for assault, battery, false imprisonment, and malicious prosecution, and asking for immunity for any other prosecution, for any further prosecution. According to the lawsuit, Walker and his girlfriend Breonna had fallen asleep. When he says police broke down the door on a no-knock warrant, Walker says in self-defense he fired a shot. Taylor, caught in the middle of the officer's bullets, was hit 5 times. 5 shots now, not 8 no more. That's interesting. One officer was shot in the leg. Police initially charged Walker with attempted murder, but those charges were later dropped. Walker's lawyers maintained that the bullet hit the officer may have come from friendly fire. So the lawyers for Walker maintain that.
Some ownership.
So get this. Breonna's ex-boyfriend, Jamarcus Glover, the dude that they were actually looking for, and was already in custody, a known drug dealer, they offered him a fucking plea deal if he would connect Breonna to this ongoing drug investigation case he was involved in. Those motherfuckers tried to smear her good name and save their ass, dude. And here's some even crazier shit. So Jamarcus Glover, the accused drug dealer, is enormously ironic that he acted with honor, refusing to falsely discredit Breonna after her death, even when offered the temptation of no prison time. He would not do it. So
But that's
when
Eat that
so-
shit, Takashi.
Right. So when so when that didn't happen, all of a sudden they reach a settlement agreement. How convenient is that shit?
12
Because they couldn't
million.
get him.
Which, by the way, It's really, is it really accountability when the taxpayers pay all these millions?
And then on top of that, they paid the $12 million to her family, and then they still don't fire these guys.
That's what I.
That's
So
the-
I sent it.
That's
I
the
sent it to
thing.
Corey. Corey
Yeah.
was like, and we were in the group chat. He's like, "How convenient." In my head, I'm like, "You think I give a fuck about the money? Like, they're still out free.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, there's a murder.
They
that
could kill
took
another
place.
one of my family
And
members.
it's like if everybody talk about property and damages and money, then they spending $12 million to her family, and they still gonna have to pay
Well, not
those
they.
officers. But
It ain't them.
I'm sorry,
You just knocked
I
Tebow
just
over.
knocked Tebow
Jesus
over.
Christ. This is
Tebow. Sorry, bro.
come here, Tebow.
But they just spent all this money to her family.
Yep.
And they still paying these guys,
Yes.
and they still are not going to like prosecute them. So then the people, the taxpayers in their county is, they're on the.
So do we know
look
that
for,
they're not going to go after the cops?
Well,
they're
I'll
off
t-
scot free. Do we know that?
I got something on the cops.
I know.
Yeah. What's happening to the cops?
Officer Mattingly was placed on administrative reassignment along with 2 other officers, meaning you get paid vacay until we find you a new home. Now, they fired Brett Hankison, which supposedly for firing 10 shots blindly into Taylor's apartment from the outside, but that's never enough to get a cop fired. Hankison was the dude that had the fucking 20 priors on his rap sheet, had the college girl follow him home, give her, he had a bar, he was like a security guard at this bar or something, and he was known for fucking with these chicks, and he got charges pressed on him there. He touched her leg, took her home, all kinds of weird shit, creepy dude. And he also was a dirty cop behind the scenes doing all kinds of fucked up shit, planting drugs, doing all kinds of stuff. So that guy had a lot of shit already against him. So it was convenient that that was the guy out of the lineup that they went ahead and fired and said, hey, we
Fall
fired
guy.
somebody.
Strike
Yeah.
500.
Right. Now, the 5 shots thing.
Yeah.
3 shots turned to 2 shots in the Ahmaud Arbery case. We had video of that shit. And all of a sudden, 3 shots turned to 2 shots. Now, 8 shots turns to 5 shots in this case. We did not have video of this.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, now there's reports of 5 when it was always 8. It was all. How many reports of Breonna Taylor have we done? And it was always 8.
shots. Yeah.
And now all of a sudden it's 5. I just love how they downshift on all these, and it's fucking crazy, man. It's truly a mind fuck, dude.
It pisses me off because the first thing we all agreed on was that money would solve it
Right.
in a sad way. Like you would think, or they would think, like, oh yeah, don't worry about it. Hey, here's a bunch of money. But it's like, bro, ain't nobody locked up. That's not justice.
Right.
You're just like putting lipstick on a pig.
Right. And you're teaching the wrong thing to everybody, man. You're teaching to just pay them, make them go away. Just pay them. We do whatever we want. Law enforcement, man. You think that's making the black community any more comfortable when they go outside? It's that's the thing, man. ABC News reports $100,000 reward offered in brazen ambush shooting of 2 Los Angeles sheriff's deputies. A $100,000 reward was offered Sunday in the hunt for a gunman who brazenly walked up to a parked patrol SUV and shot 2 Los Angeles County sheriff's deputies multiple times in what officials described as an ambush-style attack. Both sheriff deputies were initially fighting for their lives at St. Francis Medical Center in L.A. following the Saturday night shooting outside a Metro train station in Compton. On Sunday, a senior L.A. County Sheriff's official told ABC News the deputies are expected to survive. Good deal. One of the wounded law enforcement officers, a 31-year-old mother of a 6-year-old boy, was shot in the jaw and arms and is listed in critical but stable condition, according to the senior sheriff's official. Her 24-year-old partner suffered gunshot wounds to his forehead, arms, and hand, but was alert, officials said. The shooter, who authorities said is believed to be black and 28 to 30 years of age, ran away to a black 4-door sedan and sped away. That's all they basically got on him.
Bro, that's your 7%, right?
Yeah.
Of the conversation that we had last week.
You think so?
The people who are fucking up. So what was the
They're
reason for
fucking
that?
up the
Yeah,
movement.
you're right. You know what? Now that I think about that, you're right. That is
Yeah.
probably a 7 fucking percenter. But there was no ties to Black Lives Matter
Of
in
course,
this. And I wanna-
no.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he is.
I wanna go-
I'm saying the message
Yeah.
through
Okay.
and through
Yeah.
is that when that bad apple happens, that type of shit
Yeah.
makes other people feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
and
Right.
It throws off the message.
Right.
Well, you just said there's no ties to Black Lives Matter, but that depends on what news you're watching, or what they're tracking your interest.
Yeah, so
And
full
it's like,
circle.
I don't know, man. It's going back to Breonna Taylor, and it's like, I talk to people and they're like, well, she was a convicted fucking drug dealer. I'm like, what fucking news are you watching? It's like, she had no
CNN,
fucking record.
ABC.
Right. It's like,
Right.
they're
The girl's
coming up
never
with
been
this
in
shit.
trouble in her life, and neither was her boyfriend.
Neither was her boyfriend.
Yeah.
It's just sad. Because that dude on the ambush walking up on those cops like that, shooting them, that's
It's just sick.
senseless.
It's a
That's-
psychopath.
That's so damaging to
Yeah.
the movement.
Yeah.
To police reform, to
Yeah.
the BLM movement,
That's
to
what
both
I'm saying.
sides.
If
It's
you
such a
look
setback.
but if you look at the video, it's something about that video, and I'm not justifying the dude shooting in the car, but it seemed like the dude was a plant. It seemed like that dude was tactical. Don't seem like a dude just outraged out of his
I
mind.
don't want to profile shit, but it happened in Compton.
Yeah.
Well, and
But I mean,
well,
think about it. If it happened in Compton, just like you said, I don't want to profile shit. It happened in Compton.
Right.
That's already.
I'm just
Bro,
saying.
I think
I'm
with
just saying.
the current state of affairs, the police guard is down. They're
Yeah.
not going to be take an aggressive approach, and
I'm-
it was counterproductive for him.
I'm saying-
they see this guy come in the car. Maybe they gave him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he needs help. It's so easy to approach a police vehicle like, "Hey man, hey
no
officer,
shit,
I need
no
help."
shit.
They
It's
don't.
a pussy. It's like blindsiding somebody with a punch.
Totally
Dude.
ambush.
It's
but there's a statistic that this happens quite often. This is not. They get ambushed like that a lot out in L.A. You can look it up. There's a stat on it, but
then
it's
that's
like,
what I'm saying. The way it looked like it was so
Looked like a
intentional that it looked like it. That's what I'm
They
saying. It
planned
looked
it.
like a hit, like it was a plan.
well, we're
probably
creatures
was,
of
yeah.
habit. These are officers on regular duty in Compton. They maybe people study your habits. They're parked out. They're going to park out here.
Yeah.
Usually
Right.
coming in the end of the shift. They're outside the station. I don't
That's
know.
That's what I'm saying.
But it was planned.
It don't look like the dude just walking up
Arbitrarily,
and
hey, let's go.
in the car and be like,
It's-
yo,
I was thinking, that's his gang initiation or something.
That's what it is exactly. That's what I was thinking.
That
about.
sounds
That's
accurate.
what it was looking like.
Crowds of protesters blocked the entrance to St. Francis Medical Center. Now, I want to say something about this after I read it. St. Francis Medical Center in Linwood, where the wounded officers were in critical condition, police said. Some protesters chanted, "We hope they die." L.A. County Sheriff's Office said to Twitter, a witness told ABC7 that some had tried to break into the hospital's emergency room. Okay. So I
Yo,
tried.
I
That's
thought
wrong.
Is there
about
video
that.
footage of this?
No.
Nope.
I'm with you now.
Well,
Mike.
I asked somebody today, a coworker, and they're like, "Oh yeah, there's video of it." And it was like, I ain't fucking seen none, man. I looked for it.
Yeah, me too.
Well,
'Cause
I tried to dig
it
up
was just
information.
weird because it's all word of mouth.
Right. And I tried to dig up
this
information on these so-called protesters. Not one mention of BLM. What I did find, though, in one article, it said only a handful of protesters. So some protesters, as they described in the article, chanting, "We hope they die," if they did, was only 5 fucking people. And not one word of BLM.
No.
But they used the word protesters.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's
So if you can't distinguish the difference between peaceful protesters and anarchists, whether you know it or not, you're a fucking racist.
that's true.
So Compton is another thing. The streets might have their own fucking beef, and Mike's right. That could have been a fucking gang initiative. That sounds like one if I've ever heard.
It looked like what it didn't.
But
it looked
Dude looked
that,
like a
bro.
midget.
But Compton,
No,
he did look like a fucking.
was
It
short
did
as
look funny.
fuck.
I'm like, how's he getting away?
Yeah,
he
like-
was not an athlete.
You could almost, I don't want
a
to say
little
that.
Kyler Murray looking dude.
Yeah. Fucking
Hey,
no,
man.
but Compton. Okay, let's keep in mind that this was the same spot the executioner's police gang was just exposed. So
yeah,
know,
that's true.
So I don't know what's going on
Hey,
in those streets
man.
and how the fucking people are feeling, but it's a war zone, man, and shit like that's got to stop, dude. It's not helping any fucking thing because. When you see something like that, whether it's related to anybody or not, maybe that motherfucker just came out of his room and wanted to do nothing. It doesn't even get. Maybe he don't even like black people. Who knows what that little dude's
You don't
about?
know. He probably ain't with no group.
Right.
Just a crazy
but
person.
you don't know. But what it does do is it pisses people off when it goes into the Google machine.
Yeah.
And then now everybody's looking up. Well, what happened yesterday? I heard some shit went down in L.A. I just saw it on the tail end of the news segment. I was walking out of the door on my way to work this morning, so I'm gonna Google it on my phone. Yeah. And depending who you fuck with is depending on what you get.
And shout out to Mike, because Mike is like gotten to the point where he's like, you see video footage.
Mike's interrogating fucking everybody right now. By the way, he's just going out. He's fucking interrogating.
Leaving that.
People are so trying to make stuff fit their narrative that for us to even look at that and any kind of way associated with, and all of us in our head some kind of way associated on some levels with Black Lives Matter, that's, I mean, why we can't be in a situation where that doesn't.
It's kind of like they get their information from Google, and it's like when a doctor tells you, hey, it's safe to take these pills, they're like, well, Google told me, so fuck what you say, because I know that this Google thing is right. Or wherever I got my information from, because it's a source, and those guys are rich, or whatever.
And if I die from it, you're getting paid.
Yeah, yeah, and you basically just, you're not listening at that point. You're just trying to be right instead of getting it right. There's no listening. There's just two people battling two sides that they were told some bullshit, and inevitably going to end up never agreeing anyway. And what that was trying to allude to was, when there is two truths, there's no truth. Yeah. And when there's no truth, how do you get compromise?
There ain't gonna be none.
There's no compromise. And that's where Mike was like, yo, it's inevitable.
Because people are looking for justification.
People can't fathom a truth of BLM movement is peaceful.
Yeah.
You can vote for Trump and not be a racist. Yeah. They can't fathom shit like that. Oh no,
right,
no,
right, because that doesn't fit their tribe. Yeah. That's what my tribe says.
My tribe leader said, if you do this, then you're not a part of us. And it's like,
branded.
Or if you agree with one thing.
They call me Little Bigfoot.
Oh, you're watching football, man? God, I can't be your friend anymore. I know we've been friends for 30 years. Fuck you.
Even on that note, that night when I left. That night, I think I left here, and the Chiefs was playing that first game last Thursday. Mm-hmm. And no, it wasn't. I left here. I went to work that night, and the guy was like, "Yeah, the Chiefs playing tonight. Chiefs was winning when I left home," and I was just like, said it just randomly. This guy just like almost
triggered.
He screamed me down, calling people, arrogant. They shouldn't be. Protesting.
We were just talking about this during the break. People that get triggered that easily, they're fighting something about themselves.
But they're 5 years.
But they're fighting something about their own personal truth. Yeah. They're fighting something that they're mad that they're not participating. So they're gonna bash on it, and it's a real thing, dude. That's a real thing.
And the funny thing about it, he was like, "Well, if they kneel doing the flag, doing the beginning of the game, would you be upset with that? Or if they stand, would you be upset with that?" And I was like, no, I wouldn't be upset with either, because as long as they
shouldn't be a question. They've been standing their whole life.
As long
never been upset with it.
I was like, I wouldn't be upset because number one, they had a right to protest,
right?
And I was like, that's a whole lot better than rioting. And when I said that, he was like stuck in his feet. He was like, but it's like,
you should say this. Your return.
You quell my hate.
your return for that question should have said, no, dude, I don't get mad if they stand, but would you get mad if they kneeled and they got a death threat for it?
Yeah. Dang. But
that's how you return that favor with flavor. You just tell him that.
Because he straight up asked me what.
Because that's a better question. Because that's a better question. Would you be mad if this man took a knee and then went home, and now his whole family's getting death threats left and right and shit? Because that's what's really happening.
Yeah.
That's what's really happening. Trust me, it goes on. People, each and every one of those people that participated in kneeling in some way, shape, or form is getting fucked with. Whether it's with their own family, whether it's with the fans, whether it's any fucking body, and it goes all the way up to death threats.
If you don't, so the people that don't kneel are the ones getting death threats, huh?
No, the people that kneel get death threats. Yeah, that's why I say, dude, you didn't hear about all the death threats Colin Kaepernick was getting?
Yeah, I mean, but Colin Kaepernick was the first one. I would hope, like you watching, watching Sunday just to see. Okay, number 72, number 55.
Dude, but
you had to know that was going to go bad.
Yeah. Who, Colin?
Yeah.
But with all these people, dude, how much attention does the NFL get? How many people are pissed off based off that segment we just did at the beginning?
Yeah.
Dude, there's people being misled all over the place.
Right.
They're looking for reasons to be pissed. They're not even got real reasons. They're just looking for reasons.
Fake pictures of NFL players
Fake
with
pictures.
big ass fucking masking tape with Jacob Blake's name on it is triggering them. It's like, dude, I watch the NFL Network all the time, 24/7. You know, but it's like I see training camps and nobody's got that shit on there.
Right.
You know, it's like
Right.
fake pictures saying, "Fuck the NFL, week 1. Let's celebrate by boycotting the NFL." And they're posting pictures of teams kneeling. That if you watch the fucking game, they're all fucking standing.
Yeah.
You know, the one thing that's stopping you from watching it is no longer a factor.
Because even the people
And,
thought at the
a good point.
Spreading lies.
Speaking of the Chiefs game, people thought when they said "Let's all rise" and for the moment of, and they thought the people were going to kneel then because nobody really hadn't kneeled yet.
Right.
And they went into booing, and they was like the moment of unity. And they was
Yeah.
fool you.
Yeah. Pump fake. Gotcha.
For the moment of
Unity.
knowing that we're gonna be a moment of silence.
That was a left-handed pass.
Yeah.
They did a wave like motherfucker. Okay, all right, cool. I'm cool. I didn't know that. All right, unity.
I'm a social distance. I'm the only one that came to the game.
I mean, look how confused we are, though,
Yeah,
man.
that's the
It's
point.
sad as fuck, dude.
Yeah, that was
I mean,
the point.
even when I went to Preston's fucking game, dude, it was sad, man. It was so sad to watch half the fucking kids that were just trying to graduate, dude. They're just trying to fucking graduate.
don't
And then they
have
had this moment come where the fucking national anthem's about to play before they do everything. And these poor kids, you should have seen the faces, man. All they want to do, they're fucking kids, man. They already got all this shit in their head about what their life's about to be. I mean, rewind back to when you were that age, dude. You're worried about, what am I going to do in my life? What's in my next step? I got to go to college. Got all this shit on my plate. Dude, they need to worry about kid shit. But instead, we're confusing these motherfuckers. And honestly, dude, I could have cried, dude. It was so sad because you had some people that were sitting, some people that were kneeling in their gowns, some people that were like putting a fist up, and some people that were like looking at the next person to see what they're doing because they don't know what they
They're
should
afraid
do.
to be judged.
Yeah.
And that's
Peer
fucked
pressure's a
up,
mother-
dude.
I wouldn't even give a fuck if it's my last day. If I'm on the right side of justice and however I feel in the moment, if I'm like, I'll stand because I'll respect it. If I'm kneeling and looking around, I'm like, I guess this is where we are.
They'll bring it up at the 20-year reunion.
Yeah. Oh, remember Derek stood? Fucking dick. Don't even. And then obviously it's 20 years later, right? But then they go like this. They don't even sing the national anthem no more. Like, remember you would play it in the beginning of the school before you started school?
Yeah.
Now it's like, they don't even play it no more.
Yeah, fucking Bruce, what a dick. He
Yeah.
stood, man. Fuck
Ah,
that.
loser. You're a racist. You're a
Grand
racist.
Wizard.
But the funny thing about
shit.
it is like these people that's like, I'm not watching no more boycott. The NFL, the NBA, Major League Baseball, NHL, NASCAR, it's so much money already tied in and involved, bro. No matter what, they're gonna get paid, number one.
Right.
And then if it's like we're gonna boycott because of the advertisers, they gonna catch you on Fox. If they don't catch you on Fox, they gonna catch you on CNN.
Yeah, you ain't
They don't
doing
catch
shit
you over
anyway,
there.
yeah. And you know-
the
and you know
advertisers
you miss-
want to get their
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
Don't
So-
come back. Don't come back when your Saints are in the Super Bowl. Don't
Yeah,
come back.
yeah. I
Right.
don't-
So it's
they're gonna
like-
follow
so-
that address. Say, you purchasing a Super Bowl hat? Oh hell no, no
It's-
you're not.
It's pussy shit
Yeah,
anyway, dude.
that's a stupid argument.
If double ply toilet paper does some fucked up shit, I'm not going to single ply.
Right,
You know what I mean? I'm not boycotting some things, dude. And if it has something to do with my personal happiness, which is watching football, and I know I'm not gonna fucking make any difference. That's like me not shopping at Walmart because they fucking do some fucked up shit.
what if-
it's
what
like
if
at the end of the day, it's not gonna affect them at all. But what it's gonna affect is me because if I don't get those cheap prices, I gotta buy that shit at Publix,
Wait,
and that shit is
ain't
way
nobody
more
got
fucking
time for that.
But
expensive.
if the double thick paper cuts only white asses, what do you do?
Dang,
It only
right.
cuts white
I
asses.
wash in the
while you-
shower.
Yeah. Price cut. Or you invest.
Spray butt.
No, you invest stock in baby wipes.
Yeah.
monkey butt. Like, what?
I'm going underground.
Cutting
No,
white
monkey butts
asses.
after the wash, Clemmy, not before. That could be messy. You don't want a monkey butt before you wash.
But it's a new definition of insanity, you know? It's
Yeah,
just like,
good point, dude. good point. Like when you do the same fucking thing over and over and over and you expect different results, you are insane. And we are all doing that. We're living that. We're going to take another quick break. We'll be back. Welcome back. Lion Podcast. Yeah, please subscribe.
Please subscribe.
Yeah, do it. Get it in there so you can get to the party with us, man. It's going to be a good time.
Trying to get the 200.
The 200 party.
And even if, actually, it's a 250. We're partying for 200.
250. All right, you got to save up a little bit longer.
No, but yeah, I mean, you're going to be able to get in there even if you're not subscribed, but
You
subscribe.
get a golden ticket.
Yeah. Yeah, because there could be something for
With
that.
the VIP.
Give you a little bit extra. New York Times reports coronavirus limits California's efforts to fight fires with prison labor. Early releases of prisoners to protect them from the virus have depleted the ranks of an inmate firefighting program that some say should be abolished anyway. They charge into fire zones with 60-pound packs and 3-foot chainsaws, felling trees and hacking through brush and making wide paths of dirt around anything worth protecting. Bright orange uniform sets them apart from the other firefighters and identify them as inmates of California state prisons. It's the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, said Ricardo Martin, who has become an inmate firefighter while serving a 7-year sentence for driving while intoxicated and injuring another motorist in the crash. But we all took special pride in being able to actually save people's homes, Mr. Martin said. Everybody talked about how good they felt about it.
Redemption.
Hell yeah. The inmates should have been put out on the fire lines fighting fires, said Mike Hampton, former corrections officers who worked for decades at an inmate fire camp. How do you justify releasing all these inmates in prime fire season with all these fires going on? Mr. Newsom's answer is the prisoners faced another threat. Across the United States, there have been 112,436 infections of inmates and correctional officers, and 825 have been killed by the virus, according to the New York Times database. And 4 of the 6 prisons that trained incarcerated firefighters, there have been more than 200 infections each among inmates and staff members, according to the Times. The virus has also affected non-inmate firefighters. About 80 are currently in the quarantine because of potential exposure to the coronavirus, according to the union representing firefighters. The coronavirus has exposed countless examples of inequality across the nation, has devastated state budgets, and has left tens of thousands of families bereft. This debate over California's inmate firefighters shows how pandemic's consequences have reached deep into unexpected corners in society. In California, has been the difference between having the manpower to save homes from wildfires or not. The California Prisons Department estimated its conservation camp program, which includes its inmate firefighters, saves California taxpayers tens of millions of dollars a year. Hiring firefighters to replace them, especially given the difficult work involved, would challenge a state already strapped for cash. The larger debate in California is whether the state, which has the largest inmate firefighters program in the country, should be employing prisoners to fight fires in the first place. Incarcerated firefighters in California are paid $1 an hour when they are on the front lines, leading to some to describe it as slave labor. They work in treacherous conditions with 6 inmate firefighters dying over the three and a half decades, including one of the state females contingent of incarcerated firefighters. So hire them. Let's go. Let's get them out there, man. We're missing them now. I mean, now we let them out of jail anyway for coronavirus, so you might as well fucking go get them hired and let's get them going, man. And you forget about the charges, because when you think about inmates in prisons and shit, you think about all these bad people and stuff.
Well, you just bundle them all together. They all did the same thing. They're all in trouble for the same shit.
You're like, we can't just let these killers be running around, but they're not killers.
Like, you mean the motherfucker that jaywalked?
Yeah, exactly. You mean the guy that was jaywalked and he was black and he got 10 years?
Yeah.
No, I mean, real talk though. You know, we need the people. We're fucking dying out there. They said in recent years, 3,500 of the state's 15,000 wildfires were inmates, according to the state's fire agency, CAL FIRE.
Let's trade the people who jaywalk and the people that speed for the motherfuckers who shoot cops.
So is that the reason all these fires are out of control right now?
Well, you didn't hear about the
They
guy?
didn't really say that, but I mean, that's kind of the feeling you get, dude. That I mean, the fires blaze out of control anyway. We know that.
It's
We're
just one of
barely
those
can contain
climate
them.
things, bro. It's something like I was saying.
Definitely has something to do with climate, of
yeah,
course.
But I
of course.
don't think just because the prisoners was sent home because of COVID, now we got fires out of control.
But you realize Northern California is just totally decimated. It's fucking.
Yeah.
So how about this? Oregon man freed after using a cocktail to start fire. Set 6 more.
He set a fucking fire with a
So he threw
Molotov
he threw a cocktail, but they weren't arresting people. So they let him out, like he was allowed to one in the streets. Went back and set 6 more on fire because they didn't arrest him.
That's the person you kill.
Yeah.
You just kill them.
But you can't kill.
You
a person.
shoot him 7 times in the back. That's what you do with that person.
Some people deserve to die.
Fuck,
you know,
man.
come on.
I'm
That's just
sorry
conscious
for-
knowledge.
Yeah, I'm sorry for saying it, but Jesus Christ, dude.
It doesn't matter. See, because last week you said it's okay. It's just things. He's
Fuck,
allowed
man.
to burn your house down.
Fuck,
remember? You
man.
said-
Oh yeah, property over life.
Yeah, you're
Fuck.
allowed.
Hey,
He's burning nature, goddamn
Hey,
it. He's burning Mother Earth.
hey, last
He
week,
needs
That's different.
with-
Hey, that's different.
Yeah, that's different.
last week it was 7% on 93%
Yeah.
peaceful.
Peaceful, right.
All right, fuck this guy.
Oh, it's because he found
Fuck it.
found the guy who was pouring water down the roof.
So they need officers
Well,
shoot him in the back for
You
this
should.
guy.
I mean, real talk though, you should be able to work off your charges. I've known countless dude that's got DUIs that it's,
for
and I know
something like
friends
that,
that this has nothing to do with fighting fires, but. If you have a DUI on your rap sheet and it's causing you from getting a fucking job and you've had it on there for over a decade, and you've done nothing wrong since then, and it's
Been
just
going to
one-
AA,
and
hanging
you've
out
been
at
going
drop.
to AA and all that shit.
But you know what's funny too about what you're saying though?
What's up,
The
man?
guys that be screaming like, "Hey, if you did the crime, you shouldn't do. You could do the time. You shouldn't have done nothing to go to jail." And those guys be the biggest thieves. Like those guys be some.
Don't
like,
get caught,
They
damn
be
it.
on
That's
some
true.
next level
Yeah,
theft.
that's
And
true.
you're like, what?
They're driving down the road at 70, rolling a joint.
Right.
Fucking
Expired tags.
Just don't get caught.
What do you mean
Yeah.
tag? We playing? what are you talking
no,
about?
not even that tag light. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but also though, like if you give these people a opportunity to take off a charge, it's also giving them at the same time incentive to be a better person, and that is rehabilitation, man.
Yeah, it sucks. Remember we had this conversation a long time ago, and I was like, can you ever give up on someone, or do they always deserve that other chance? It's like, at least with this, they deserve it. Like
it's
something
on a-
stupid,
yeah.
they deserve a chance.
It's on an individual basis. You can't make it a blanket
Yeah,
policy.
you don't do it by the masses.
Right.
Yeah.
You do
Right.
it by
Not,
Every
they can't
person-
all be winners. Not everybody's going to make it
Right.
through the program. Not everybody's going to graduate.
But man, they got in a fucking predicament though.
It's going to help more.
because
than
this
it hurts. It's
coronavirus.
going to help more people.
Because this coronavirus is another thing it exposed. It exposed another fucking
That's a
thing, man.
weakness.
Is holy shit. We use prison inmates to fight a lot of these fires. We just let them all out of fucking prison, and now these fires are way worse than what they would usually be.
It's some causation and correlation going on there.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just another example. So,
Thank you, Michael Jordan.
quality topics, like it or not. NFL boycotters still in fantasy leagues playing.
Dude,
Like it or not. Let's
I
start
know
with Mike.
motherfuckers
Let's
that are
start with
doing
Mike.
that shit, dude.
Mike, go with it, Mike.
Set it up.
Go, Mike.
you fucking hypocrite.
Get him, Mike. Get
That
him.
is just, that's sorry, man. It's like,
Oh shit.
yeah, that's just the pot calling the kettle black. Like the things that you say you hate, you're it. You're doing it. You're just like that.
How do you win?
No, but it's to me the sentence is so confusing. It's like I'm not watching that shit. Yeah. Patrick Mahomes better throw 3 touchdowns.
I'm just gonna watch the highlights.
Well, that's the thing, man. What's more addicting, football or the fantasy, man?
Oh, man.
It's both.
Both.
Now they're
It's-
both right
yeah.
up there because fantasy, ever since it's come along, it gives you a reason to watch every single game,
yeah.
even
Yeah.
if it's not your team.
Even if it's not,
And
players.
it's so addicting. It's so fucking addicting. You know how I know it's addicting?
They're boycotting on paper on Facebook, but then
I had to boycott myself. I had to fucking cut myself off of like 10 teams, dude. I was like, dude, I was drafting like 15 teams at one point, man. I was like, dude, I gotta fucking, what the fuck am I doing?
Corey walks into an AA meeting.
Cookie
what are you
Monster.
here for? Hi, my name is Corey. Hey, Corey. I'm here. I'm addicted to fantasy. Get the fuck out of here.
This
Yeah,
man.
get the fuck out of here.
this
They start throwing coffee at you and shit. I really am addicted, you fucks.
I suck
Yeah,
dick
you ever
for
suck
coke.
dick? You ever suck dick for FanDuel?
Yeah, no. Corey's you have to suck dick for the number one dick.
Oh shit! Boo this man. No man, like it or not, Clemmy.
Man, I don't like that, man. If you don't want to be a part, don't be a part. Don't be.
Don't half-ass.
Don't half-ass. Don't be
half-ass
a loser.
boycott.
Be all in. Yeah.
Your one butt cheek boycott.
Yeah.
Like it or not, oh.
I like the irony. I hate the fact that the person's really doing that. So no.
I can't stop, dude. I fucking died. All right. I obviously fucking I like it just because we get a good laugh out of it.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
That's funny.
Because honestly, you could see the struggle, man. Some people, fantasy is that addictive. So when you see it from the outer perspective, you're like, dude, that does look weak. Like you're sitting here telling me this. It's just another fun thing you're taking away from yourself, and you're proving that you're struggling through this.
But
So
honey,
why even do it? Why even do it?
But honey, I gotta see Ellen.
It's not worth getting angry.
It's not worth it. Nothing's worth it.
It's not that. It's not as
It's not that
as
serious.
evil as you think it is.
It would be better if there was game on Sundays and he's like, I fucking hate these people, but he's putting like the eye paint on in the mirror and shit. Like these motherfuckers are gonna kneel. Wait, I need a little bit more black. Fuck. Honey, where's my jersey? These motherfuckers out here.
But side note though, nothing is worth getting that mad over. You're only here for like 100 years, give or take, man. And if you waste your life being mad at shit,
Ever hate?
just think about it, man. One way that I like to think about shit like that is nobody gives a fuck about how you're feeling. They really don't. They're gonna go. Omar's only cared about himself right now, as he's doodling. Clemmy's really only because we all have so much on our plate that we could deal with in our day-to-day life, whether it's families, work, whatever. So in the grand scheme of things, nobody gives a fuck that you're boycotting or not, or they don't even give a fuck if you're upset unless you speak up. I mean, we do care if people are upset, but the point is that you're not hurting anybody but yourself when you do that.
Yeah.
So that's something for just to think about.
Can I say something on a side note? This is
go ahead.
Goes with that. People that are still members of, say, Saints fan sites, fan pages, they stay on there just to fucking hate on it. Oh, you're on a fucking fan page.
Yeah.
That's true.
And they're like, fuck the NFL, fuck Drew
Good
Brees. And
point.
it's like, well,
Good point, dude.
That's fucking crazy.
Yo, that makes no
So
sense.
the misery needs company. So they want to stay on their fan page just so they could tell
Who's
people how
with me?
stupid they are.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm
Tom Cruise. Who's with me? I'm taking the fish.
Who's coming with me?
I'm taking the fish.
I'm gonna win their hearts and minds with my hate.
They're gonna all
I mean-
start watching.
I mean, come on, man. It really is that
'Cause of me.
ridiculous. All right. L.A. County sheriffs call on LeBron to help find the gunman that shot 2 officers over the weekend. Like it or not? Oh, that's a tricky one, huh?
Yeah, because I want to say yes for the reason.
You can take your time on these, man.
So
Throwing you curveballs.
I'm gonna say no because you got a bunch of people saying shut up and dribble, and now they're like, hey LeBron, we know you got
something.
we know you got to reach.
Don't
so
shut
come
up and
help us."
dribble.
Yeah, it's like give us an assist in the streets.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So no, I don't like it for that reason.
What you got,
Because you're going
Clemmy?
after his pockets too.
No, I don't like it because I mean, if he keeps speaking on everything, it's him speaking on one thing won't have the same impact. So, and plus, I'm like kind of like, oh, it's like you on this level, shut up and dribble, and then now, because I haven't seen where somebody said they should pay for LeBron should pay for the cops, medical bills and stuff. And I'm like, but
They said that?
yeah, I seen some like
They should have, or he asked.
No, he didn't ask. They were saying that.
Oh, no, well, that's one of them things.
Yeah,
Who's they?
Yeah,
It was
that's
on
what I'm
Fuck
saying.
they.
I mean,
Fuck they
I seen
all.
it on Twitter, bro.
Just
I mean, just like
I'm getting-
just different comments.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm getting a shirt made that says "fuck they."
Yeah.
And Mike, what you think, buddy?
Well, I do like it because if LeBron would do that, he would gain so much more for the movement.
Now,
And
help them
he
find
would
them,
be-
or fund it, or do something.
Anything.
Just
Anything.
speak-
If he would stand up for these cops that were ambushed, in any way, shape, or form, it would show that it would just make more people listen to him. He would be like, yeah, this is rational. This is fair. This is even thinking. He's being the bigger man.
Oh,
in
yeah.
a way. But they fucked it up by putting the pressure in the way of
That's
throwing
what
it
I'm
out on
saying, yeah.
social media. They should have taken him behind the scenes and said, hey, man. Now they
I
fucked
agree.
that up. They fucked it up. But
I respect that actually, man, because I wasn't thinking about it in terms like that, and I kind of like it actually. You know why? Because that's how you take the high road, and you say, "Hey, man, yeah, we don't have nobody cooperating for shit right now." And guess what? I'm even gonna do this too.
Right
I'm gonna show you.
right.
Yeah, right is right, and that dude was wrong for shooting.
Right,
those guys
and
like
you
that.
should just come out and say, now, this is the weird thing. This is the slippery slope. We don't even know who the fucking guy was that killed him. So there's a lot of things there, you know. And the people that are asking him, you don't know why they're asking him who they are, because they could have been mocking him. They could have been like, "Oh, show us how it's done, bro." You know what I mean? You know, it could have
fucking meme.
Right. It could have been any way, but I do like Mike's point about taking the high road, and I do think that would say shit, man. You know, people would be like, LeBron for president.
That would make make him a righteous motherfucker.
That would.
It really would.
Across the board.
It really would, man. And if you really want to change the world, you got to think in terms like that. Yeah. And I'm not saying LeBron has to be the guy to do it, but I'm saying that's the mindset.
That would be helpful.
That would get him all the white votes.
Goddamn right.
We just love LeBron.
Head coach Bruce Arians said Brady could have a little more grit, a little more determination following the loss to the Saints over the weekend. Clemmy, like it or not?
I don't like it.
Why?
Because that's Tom freaking Brady. He's a superstar, and superstars
Shut up, Bruce.
Are divas, bruh. I mean, dude have a big ego, so you don't want to
fuck this up. Don't fuck up my wet dream, Bruce.
Yeah, you don't want to get in his head, man.
Yeah,
I
man.
don't like it.
I agree. Mike, you like it or not?
That's so 2020. But did he really say that? I don't believe he said that.
Dude, he did.
Damn.
It was
press
his video of it, man. Yeah, bro. It was the post game press conference.
That's not right.
Yeah, man. Little more grit, little more determination.
Season's over. I don't like it.
Yeah, dude.
I like it.
You like it?
Because he's going the opposite of checking everybody's ego at the door, and he wants to make sure everybody's held accountable. And how can you be a head coach and say,
It's a ballsy.
"Hey, weren't there rumors that said Belichick?" Now
In the
are we
locker room,
saying-
yeah, but not to the press.
Oh, okay. So that's that's exactly what I was going to ask. Are you saying to the press? Or are you saying together?
Bro, this was on blast to the point we're talking
No,
about
I
it right
know.
now.
No, that's what I'm saying. But you're asking
Yeah.
us.
I agree with you.
Press release.
Yeah.
Then no. You
pull-
keep it in house.
That's locker room talk.
Yeah.
I obviously don't like it. I could agree with a little more grit, a little more determination. You're talking to fucking Tom Brady, dude. And the fact that you did it on the post-game press conference, yeah, that was a bad move too. All sorts of not like for that. And you'll be lucky if he doesn't smack you with his Tom Brady penis. But side note, there's a reason why Bill Belichick says on to Cincinnati. It's because he's conscious of the enormous egos that he's always around, and how easily they can be affected unnecessarily. Like just like that. He could. This could be. He could have fucked up, dude. Tom Brady might be shopping for other options already. You know what I mean? It could be like that.
Tom Brady, a grown ass man. No, Chargers.
Big Ten football resumes, like it or not. Oh,
I'm cool with it if they're gonna be safe.
yeah,
I'm all in. I hope they do it safe. So my answer is like.
yeah. I know you like it.
I like it because Ohio State, and they got a chance. And not that I'm Ohio
Are they going to
State.
make it, though, with the coronavirus and everything?
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Schools, it's fucking hard, man.
I like it because it gives them a chance to at least compete. Because all the schools in the South, they back to playing college football.
Yeah.
So it's like if they got a chance to compete for the national championship, it's like it'll be sad for those kids. I mean, because we're at the point now that, you know.
That's true, too, man. That's a really traditional school. So, yeah, true. Like it or not, Mike, Big Ten football resumes.
I like it. They're giving it the old college try.
Let's go, man. Me too. I like
Literally.
it. Like it for obvious reasons myself. Climate change is the reason for all the wildfires and hurricanes we are experiencing. Like it or not, Mike?
Don't like it.
No, you don't believe so?
No. How can you put it all in one thing?
Yeah. I mean, we're not scientists, so it's purely a guess.
Weather patterns change throughout time. We're just in a different, I don't know, maybe a different rotation or a different phase of it. You know, I don't know. I'm not a weatherman, but I don't think, I don't think it's directly all entirely to blame on climate change.
Does it worry you though that nobody's even like trying to address anything? Like they're not even talking about it. No political parties or anything. They're just fucking. It's not even.
They're more on Twitter than fucking.
It's being talked about.
Yeah, but
because we're talking about.
We're talking about.
But Biden, that's all Biden talks about is climate change. And
he talks.
He
about
only talks
it,
about
but what's
it
his policy to fix it?
I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Everybody talking to get votes right now.
Yeah, I don't know, man. So you like it or not, Clemmy?
I like it because I mean it has some validity to it.
You think so?
Yeah, I think climate change has some. I mean, the ice caps in Antarctica is almost gone, bro.
Yeah, they're almost depleted. I've seen that.
So I mean,
but then again, fake news. You don't know. You don't fucking know. They can show you pictures. Have you been there?
Wait, they're almost gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually are saying. But then they said the sea level was going to rise up and Florida was going to be underwater.
But,
Bro, Florida is underwater. I just drove through this bitch while it was raining yesterday.
5 inches of rain.
And there was no motherfucking way to drive in my Corolla, dog. Florida's underwater, bro.
So you think climate change is real, Clemmy?
Yeah, I think.
So you like it?
Yeah,
So you're going with it?
I like it.
Yeah,
I'm with it. Yeah, I feel the same. Melting, ice melts, bitch. Got to go somewhere. Florida.
Well, you think it's causing the fires?
Well, no, I'm just saying it's chain reaction. It's just one of many
and hurricanes
things. Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah,
It's
I'm
like-
on board with that too.
And they not small hurricanes, bro. We get some big ones. It's like we ain't been affected, but it's some nice ass hurricanes.
Yeah, but we'll go 5 years with none. You know,
I mean,
and then we
but-
get them all at once. You know, we'll get.
Yeah.
Yes, because it's backed up as it jerked
Yeah.
off.
What
on
did they
us.
say? What did they say the point of no return is? It's like 2040 or something like that, 2035 or some shit like that.
What's the point of no return?
They said that the climate will be totally fucked unless we get it under like some sort of plan in place to do it. I mean, that's the thing about it. We're doing all this fracking, we're doing all this oil drilling and shit like that. Nobody seems to want to come off of that. We have technology to where we could go green, but nobody wants to do that. So it's all financially driven, just like that Google thing we were talking about. If everything is financially driven and if a tree is worth more fucking dead than it is alive, we're going to deplete the whole fucking planet of things,
But it's
whether
even,
it's financially driven or whatever, and that's a scary fucking thought.
even early during the pandemic when people stopped moving around as much, and they said the Earth started seeming like it was resting at a resting point when they seismically, and then as we started to move around again, now shit starting to get chaotic. I mean, it's energy, bro.
Yeah. So I just wish people would take it, like put some policies in place. Let me see some fucking action. It is scary how we don't fucking we put like some Teslas out there and some smart cars, but that's it. It's like, okay, there's your show. Fuck all those Hummers and everything else.
Like a magic trick.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
Look at where we've come from the 1970s. If you can pull up some old film.
Yeah, okay. Help me out.
watch some fucking reruns. But I mean, I can tell you, with air pollution, it was big, dude. It was huge,
Yeah.
Because man, you riding around town in the 70s, man, it was fucking carbon monoxide central. I'm just saying,
It was bad.
It was bad.
There's Elmer's glue in the streets, inhaling that shit.
That is some funny shit. No, I don't. Me myself, I don't know what to think, man. I believe climate change is for sure real. I don't know. Like Mike says, man, I listen to everybody. They say, you got these scientists that come on these shows and they can't even really. They're telling you, hey, it's happening, but they don't even know what to do about it. And it's just like, if that's where we're at a fucking stalemate, because the oil industries and all these people are and the petrodollar and all this shit is tied up in fucking fracking, and there's nothing we can do about
I
that.
can't have this conversation because it pisses me off so much. Yeah. Especially with like the greed. of it all.
Yeah. And you want to go out, you can see those pirates too, man. When
But-
you go out to the fucking places where they're fucking jacking oil ships and shit, and
But you
all
got-
that crude oil is just fucking getting dumped into the fucking seas and shit, and it's just killing all those fucking fish and poor things. It's like, fuck, dude, we can have all that gone, dude. And we're wondering why. We are humans, it's crazy to think if you remove humans from this earth, is the environment in a better place?
Fuck yeah,
It'll
bro.
heal itself.
Yeah, we'll heal.
Bro, it'll take care of itself. Bears will eat fish. Fish will procreate. Bears will shit in the woods. Everybody's
All the
happy.
animals will come out. Damn, I thought they'd never leave. Fucking shit up.
Oh, the lizards would miss me. I'm convinced. No, but it's true, man. You see the pirates, and then they fucking dump all the fucking oil, and it's just a mess, man. Everything you watch, dude, it's like we are just fucking this planet up,
Dumping tons of garbage in the ocean.
dumping garbage.
You know,
and
recycling.
every
You know,
fucking thing.
recycling is a campaign.
No respect, dude, and everybody wants to talk about how they respect the
But-
fucking
but
planet.
for
It's like,
real-
hey, we'll respect it.
But
Then.
for real, they said that it's research came out that recycling is a campaign. They can't really recycle.
What?
It's a whole like campaign because the oil companies, plastic and stuff is a byproduct of the oil. So when they making your gas, they making plastic in all these different containers and all this different stuff at the same time. So then they say that, oh yeah, we can recycle it. When people start saying, what we gonna do with all this extra shit? Because back in the day, you get when you got your lunchbox, you got a container inside. You put your food inside that container, and
Right.
you took it with you, brought it back home, and brought the same container every day. Now it's a plastic bag every day, so it's not recyclable, bro.
I saw that big ass machine a while ago. Did anybody see that? It was in the water, and it was it collected so much plastic, dude. This fucking thing had wheels, and it would just drive through the water, and it would fucking collect all this plastic. And I was like, and it was some college students that invented this fucking thing.
I seen that.
And man, we need those fucking people. And another thing they did, I saw the other day, was how they take smart people and they throw them at Wall Street instead of putting them as scientists to figure out. They take smart people and they teach them how to fucking go be corrupt.
Yeah.
And make money that way rather than putting them to some scientifical shit where they should be. Where they're probably put here on Earth to fucking excel
bro,
and save the
it's
fucking planet,
money.
but it's wasted talent evereverhere, man.
It's the dark side, man.
It's
They
the
got a
dark
better
side.
gym.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym. No, but it's a scary it's a scary thought, man. It's our world. You know what I mean? It's our fucking world, man.
Environmental cleanup needs to happen on that global scale. Like let's clean up the waters, the oil and stuff. But let's meet in the middle for now. Don't take it all the way home and make me want to say I got to drive an electric car.
No.
Let me keep my car.
Yeah.
I'll help you clean up the ocean and all the global shit. Let's go for that.
Well, we could
No
have
fracking.
I'll take a Tesla.
But the oil made America.
Teslas are fucking nice, bro.
But you got to think about it. When in the 70s and the 80s, America was at an oil deficit, and now America leads the world in oil export. So, like all this fracking, they making money, bro. It's making America a power with all this oil we got, bro. So
fucking crazy, man.
Pigs in
money.
Zen.
And if we don't have the oil, we'll fucking go kill you and take it. Sports without fans, like it or not.
Damn. Are we still doing that?
Wait, are we boycotting? We're still having fantasy inside.
Nah, sports without fans, like it or not.
I like it because football's continuing. Like I'm not for it, but I like it because it means football's back.
I'm okay with it, yeah.
How you like it, Mike? You're okay?
I like it, yeah, man, because I think it elevates their game.
No
Me
pressure.
Me too.
Give the NFL time. They're a little rusty, but
Yeah,
watch
it's
this.
So you like it?
Yeah,
I like it too. What do you like?
I like it because it's the same thing. It's like watching it now. It's like before long when they get used to it and come, it's gonna turn into it's gonna be like backyard football almost because it's gonna be like it's nobody in the stands. It's just fun.
You can hear the hits, dude.
Yeah, it's just nice. It's clean.
And the basketball product, dude, I'm gonna tell you, I don't want it to go away like this. I really
it's actually almost
love-
better,
It's
bro.
military-esque, dude.
Yeah,
They're on a military deployment.
I can't say football is for sure a better yet, but I could tell you for sure basketball is. Basketball, without a doubt, with the bubble, is fucking better.
Yeah.
It is just something that goes on in
It's
that
a
gym.
cleaner product.
They better shut up and dribble. That's all I can say.
Yeah, because I remember being a player, and I knew that like how I felt when
On the road?
versus fucking being in a gym with nobody in there versus being in a gym with fucking packed to the fucking gills.
Yeah.
So, and you sometimes when when there's so, I remember coming out in the warm ups and I would overshoot. I'd shoot an air ball. That bitch would go sailing over the rim, and I was just out there hitting all my shots. But now that there's people in there, now I got this extra motivation, and I don't even feel my fucking. I just sailed over the rim. I'm like, God damn, So that's the difference, man. And when you get to a professional level where they could fucking get all their minds. I mean, imagine the focus that these guys have. The top 400 people in the world at this sport, right? So, talk about
sport. They're respectful of the sport.
Right. Talk about 1 in a million. I mean, you're literally dealing with it, the most profound basketball in the whole planet. So when you get in there and you cut it out to just a gym, the cameras really doesn't even you forget they're there because you're dealing with. It's easier to focus on the competition now that that's solely the only people in the gym.
And it's quiet.
It is a better product.
You don't gotta fuck you, LeBron, and your mother. It's like, what?
What
did she say to you?
However, I do want to say this. We do still need the cheerleaders. We need to give them a job, man.
The Laker girls back.
Yeah, dude. Well, it's not like that. It's not like that. It's that we need to fucking pay them and give them the fucking jobs.
I think they should get paid.
Hell yeah, and get paid a lot more.
Yeah, and they should get paid a lot more. But I don't think they necessarily need it now. They should still get paid though. I'm not saying.
I think it would be more of a event because you see them now. Now you could focus on them at the timeouts. You could watch them like during the corner.
Yeah, like high school.
Like legit watch
the quick cheer during
like
the
high
timeout.
School. Exactly, dude. Do that shit before timeout.
The female Panthers. I
like
ready
it.
for this. They'll have like a bring it on moment.
That is a bit like sexist.
No, man, they're part of the team.
What do you mean sexist?
They're part of the show.
5'2" coming out of
What's sexist is the way you perceived it, my friend.
No.
I'm saying it because these ladies weren't even paid enough to begin with, and I've done a story about cheerleaders not getting paid shit a while ago, dude. So I am pro cheerleader.
But it's like,
hold on. Hold on, bro. This is important to me, dude. You can't just say I was sexist for saying that.
He didn't say that.
I say that was kind of. I didn't say
not what you said, but the topic.
Yeah.
No, man, we definitely it wasn't even a topic. I just mentioned it, but it was a topic one time.
Well,
and we do have to fucking acknowledge.
I know what you mean, bro.
The work these girls put in, dude. When they come in practice, those chicks go to work, bro, and they didn't get paid shit. They got paid.
And then they can't even date the athletes, bro.
They got paid fuck.
They did, dude.
They gave up a lot of time.
They did, bro. And they had to go get second and third jobs, bro.
Yeah, they got OnlyFans.
So no, man. No. You should be considered special. So these athletes get to go fucking wing a ball around and be getting considered cool as fuck and take their limo home and never have to see nobody. But I got to go get a second and third fucking job and I'm cheering for these motherfuckers that are making ungodly amounts of money. No, just make it one job for me. Just one job. I'm not saying you got to give them the fucking bank.
They don't have to cheerlead, bro.
I mean, they don't have to cheerlead, but they love cheerleading, dude. Cheerleading's like a sport to them.
How many games a year do they cheer? How many games a year?
You're the one that's fucking sexist right now, dude. If anybody's fucking coming,
I mean, do they travel?
16 for the NFL.
No, I'm talking about basketball. Do they travel with the basketball team and cheer with them?
I think
no, just the homes. Just homes only.
So, how many games a year?
So
41 each way.
Yeah.
So 41 home games.
So you get the Laker girls, the Orlando girls. But they do, I mean.
You give them 1,000 a game, dude. That's 41.
But they do be working hard. I mean, when you go to an actual game, they are working hard. So, I mean, I can see it. But, like, in that setting. Like,
but I bet you, side topic, they'll spin it like college athletes get education. Listen, they can make an Instagram. All right. They can get likes.
Now, real talk, that's what they're really doing.
They can get follows.
That's what they're really doing. Here, posted picture of
Tiffany over here. She needs an OnlyFans. We won't fire her.
Yeah,
we won't fire her.
Dude, if I was a hot chick, I'd be getting paid like that too. I wouldn't want a cheerleader. I'd take a picture of my ass, put it on Instagram, and get fucking paid for days, dude.
Paid for days. That'd be your tag. Hashtag.
Scrub the ground. Recap on picks. Everybody, who was the big winner, man? Somebody
apparently
won.
Mike and I tied 11-5,
and me and Clemmy lost 9-7, dude.
You sexist fucks.
Super jocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit.
We got Letterman's on, bitches.
We gotta get this motherfucker going though. All right, we still gotta do our picks. You guys won that, so we got our record. You guys are 11-5. We're 9-7.
We're 1-0. You're 0-1.
Fuck you. You're
0-1.
If you want that'd be okay.
How many weeks are there?
That's better than me.
No. He's saying,
I like that better.
He's saying tally up the wins and losses.
Yeah, I like that better. That you say that though, 1-0.
It's like, let's play the whole.
It's easier to come back with 1-0 rather than 2 wins right there. I'm down 2 wins right now, no matter how you slice it.
Yeah, we could treat the whole season as each week 16.
I don't give a fuck because I'm
point.
winning.
What do you? I'll let you guys, since you guys won.
I don't know.
You guys determine 1-0
1-0
or we count the total wins.
11-5.
But what happens? So
We just count the wins or 1-0
so then,
wins.
so then since we're
We
tied,
get tied with the
count it by the
1-0s.
weeks.
That's
Count
what
it by
I'm
the
saying.
week.
We got
Yeah.
16 weeks.
It'd be more likely we tie with the 1-0s though.
but we tied. We could go more with the wins and
Then we can do a
losses.
sudden death. Super Bowl, baby.
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
Because it'll be because we all
Playoffs.
got a
We got
team.
playoffs and Super Bowl.
By the way, if you guys are listening to this show, please give us some fucked up shit to do, like an idea of somebody the losers
Punishment,
can do.
yeah.
Yeah, we're not creative enough, and we all keep calling each other out like, no, dude, I ain't doing that. So, yeah, give us
All right,
something
we got,
interesting.
So we got 11-5. Let's run down the tallies for the week.
Leave it in the comment section or just hit me up.
All right. So Cleveland, Cincy,
I got Cleveland.
Cleveland.
I got Cleveland.
Jacksonville, Tennessee.
What
What
you
you
got?
got?
You got Cleveland?
Cleveland. Yeah, I got Cleveland. Yeah.
Okay.
Jacksonville, Tennessee.
Yeah, you got to talk to receive it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how that works.
Yeah.
You actually got to
Voice.
say.
La la la.
I got Tennessee.
So do I.
I got Tennessee.
I'm gonna take the Jags.
Woo.
Lone Wolf.
I
Lone Wolf
like-
in it.
I almost took them, bro.
Yeah.
Denver-
I
They
Denver-
play them hard, dude. They fucking
stumbled.
Pause. Denver at Pittsburgh.
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 Steel curtain.
Rams, Philly.
Rams.
Same.
fucking
I got
Rams.
Rams.
San Fran Jets.
San Fran.
San Fran.
Yeah, I'm going with the
all the
Bay.
way.
Buffalo, Miami.
Buff.
Yep. Josh Allen's hot.
Buffalo.
Y'all got Buff too, Clemmy?
Y'all got Buffalo.
Yeah.
Speak up.
Minnesota.
Let's go.
Minnesota, Indy.
Indy.
Mini.
I took Minnesota.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins.
Who do you got on that?
Pissed.
Indy or Minnie, Clemmy?
Indy Mini?
Indy, Minnie, Clemmy, Mo. Catch it, Tucker by his toe.
He doesn't have one to go.
You didn't have that game?
No.
Indy or Minnesota?
Vikings, you
Okay,
fuck.
I got Vikings.
God damn.
Detroit,
Mine
Green
out of
Bay.
order though.
Yeah, mine too.
Detroit, Green Bay.
I'm
Green
going
Bay.
Green Bay.
Atlanta, Dallas. I got Dallas on.
I got Dallas.
I took Atlanta, man.
I
Atlanta's good away.
Yeah, Atlanta's really fucking good.
if it was
Giants,
in-
Chicago.
Who'd you take there, Dallas or Atlanta, Clemmy?
I take Falcons on that one.
Okay. Yeah. That's interesting.
Yep.
Giants at Chicago.
I think I got the Bears.
I took the Bears.
I got the Bears too.
Yeah, I got them.
Got
I got the
yeah,
Giants.
I got the Bears.
You got the
picked
Giants.
Washington versus Arizona, both undefeated.
Arizona.
Arizona.
Yeah, me too.
Arizona.
Baltimore, Houston. Baltimore.
Yo, Washington's gonna win that game. Mark my words.
Ravens.
Wait.
I don't have the balls to pick them, but they're gonna win.
I just picked it right then.
You
'cause
pick Washington?
No, I picked the Ravens because not the Ravens, but
Arizona.
Arizona because
Oh, yeah.
I mean they got a good offense, but
New-
I can see them fumbling and dropping this game.
New
Yeah.
England,
Beat that
Seattle.
I got Seattle.
Yeah, Russ.
Seattle.
Russell.
Yeah.
This is the beginning of the downward Cam Newton. And by the way, I want to say a side note about Cam. Did you
Yep.
hear his post game interview?
Chain snatching?
He sounded like he won the Super Bowl after beating Miami Dolphins.
I didn't hear
So
that.
I know I'm on my way to being right because I knew that even if he is successful, he's the type of dude that that's just it. He celebrates too easily. He doesn't on to Cincinnati, on to the
Harness.
next one. He doesn't keep the same disciplined mindset. He lets it go.
I don't know.
You're gonna know soon.
Kansas City, Chargers.
Kansas City.
Kansas
I'm
City.
going
Oh, yeah.
Kansas City
All day.
day.
Dude, Kansas City looks so damn good.
Man,
Jesus God almighty.
New
that
Orleans,
motherfucker.
New Orleans
Special.
versus Vegas. Vegas Raiders.
Raiders.
I got the Raiders.
I got New Orleans. Orleans.
I got New Orleans getting too
Ra-
high. New Orleans get too high
Raiders
off that
and
Bucks win.
Saints.
Raiders. I got the Saints, man.
They're playing at Raiders. They're playing in Vegas.
They're
The
in
Death
Vegas.
Star.
The
First game.
Raiders. First game.
In the new stadium.
It's gonna be the Raiders.
I'll change your mind.
We got him to change it, Mike.
Yeah.
We got him to change it, Mike.
Carolina,
You just
Tampa.
lost that game.
Carolina,
Change
Tampa.
mine to the Saints. No. All right, what is it?
Carolina, Tampa to wrap it up.
Oh, Tampa Bay coming
Yeah.
back.
Gotta go
Tampa.
Tampa.
Me too.
Yeah, Tampa's
I got
gonna
Tom
figure
Brady
it out.
playing Good.
No, I didn't know
Nah.
it was the first game of the they
Good.
was at Raiders. I didn't know.
Oh man, we got to get an ESPN vibe for that Bucks pick for the picks now. Before we go on to the next one, Mike, we're gonna have to cue that one up.
Yeah.
Some ESPN
Some
goodness.
Buccaneers.
Some Buccaneers goodness. Yes. Hero of the day. We got to get it out. We got a couple of them actually. We're gonna do the firefighters out there fighting the good fight, and obviously there's no inmates right now. But if they were out there, that'd be another good one to do. But we're doing Naomi Osaka. She just won the U.S. Open, and she's going out there every day representing before the matches. She's wearing the Breonna Taylor, Tamir Rice, all the masks to represent all the injustices that have taken place over the years. And
Fucking
it's
awesome.
courageous. She's only 22, right, though?
Awesome.
Or how old is she? 22? Is that right? So shout out to her, and we salute you, young lady. And anybody else got anything to say before we get out of here?
I believe him, yo. I don't
Yeah.
know why, but I do.
Open your minds.
Yeah, man. Open your minds and talk to each other. Don't let social distancing stop you from communicating. Read a book. Get away from the bullshit.
Do your research.
Yeah, a book's the only
Facts.
organic thing anymore, and it'll free your mind, man. It helps me out a lot when I just need to check out and get away from the bullshit and flip the switch off for a while. But invest in each other, love each other, support each other, and never forget that we are everything. The people, we did it all. It's all about us. So thank y'all for tuning in. If you can't be nice, keep it moving then.
Be a part of the Pride on the People's Network. And subscribe.